Hey guys, this is Alex from Searchberg. Welcome to a brand new video. And today we're going to talk about guest posting. We'll talk about why it's important, is it still relevant in 2022, and finally, tips to maximize your guest posting potential. Now, I often get questions like, but Alex, guest posting has been around for so long, there's nothing new to learn. Or, guest posting doesn't even work in 2022. Or, there are companies offering 10 guest posts for $100. Shouldn't I just go with them? Guys, let me just tell you, guest posting or guest blogging is still very much relevant and still remains one of the most important authority building tools in the SEO world. Yeah, okay, SEO has changed in the last 5 to 10 years, but guest blogging is still very much alive. Sure, you can't spam your way to the top anymore, but guest blogging should be a part of your content marketing arsenal. And listen, if you value your website and brand presence, please stay away from those $10 guest posting companies. Just fixing your backlink profile will cost you so much more than you initially sought to spend. So, let's begin. What is guest posting? Well, simply put, guest posting or guest blogging is writing content that'll be published on another website. Inbound marketers do this to gain a backlink that boosts your Google rankings. Plus, it increases your brand awareness. Think of it like getting your content published in a popular newspaper that's read by X number of people, depending on that newspaper's popularity. Guest posting, if done right, can be very beneficial for your brand. It can help you with 1. Getting backlinks, 2. Exposing your brand to the right audience, and 3. Positioning you as a thought leader. So, as promised, let's jump to the guest posting practices you need to know for a solid guest posting strategy in 2022. Now, some of these are general best practices, and some are great tips on their own, but I would advise you to take these as a whole to ensure you have the best guest posting game plan. First, strategize your guest posting goals. This one seems kind of obvious, but you have to know what you want from guest posting. For instance, your website may be kind of new and you're looking to establish some authority by linking to higher ranked and better trusted websites. Alternatively, you might be looking to build some brand awareness and get some buzz going around your brand. For this, you'll obviously want guest blogs and websites that get a lot of visitors. In each of the aforementioned cases, the kind of websites you'll pitch to will be different. With multiple goals, you'll want to maintain different lists of websites to pitch to. This is why you shouldn't jump into guest blogging without having a goal sheet with prioritized goals and results. Which takes us to our second point, find great and relevant websites to contribute to. As the logical next step, you'll want a list of awesome websites where you can hopefully get your blog posts published. So, here's how to find websites like a pro. Number 1 is the Write For Us method. All you need to do is to go to Google and type your desired keyword and follow that up with the phrase Write For Us in quotes. So let's say I wanted to find sites in the fitness niche. I would simply type Write For Us fitness and voila, I'll have thousands of results of websites that are both in my niche as well as looking for guest content. Next, you simply visit their submissions or guidelines page and think of topics to pitch to them. A small tip, not all websites use the term Write For Us, so you probably want to play around with some variations like become a contributor or guest article, etc. I also like to use the in title method. Similar to the previous point, I would just type in title fitness and follow that up with Write For Us or guest posts. The in title search operator restricts all search results to those with your specified key phrase in the meta title of the page. This way you can get a little more specific with your searches. Number 3, vetting the websites. Now, I've made this mistake so many times over the years. I used to build great lists of hundreds of websites and then wasted many hours personalizing my emails, only to find out that the websites I was pitching to didn't meet the desired criteria. You may have specific metrics in mind, but I use two ways to ensure that my target websites are worth the time and effort to outreach to. Those metrics are A, domain authority and/or domain rating, and B, website traffic. If you want to quickly find out the DA or the DR, install the Moz toolbar or the Ahref toolbar. I use Ahrefs because it's a really useful tool, but there's plenty of free ones out there you can use as well. To determine the monthly organic traffic, I use SEMrush and Ahrefs mostly. However, go ahead and use your preferred tool. So let's say I want to check the domain rating and traffic metrics of a website. I'll simply log into Ahrefs and enter the website URL in the search bar. Here I can get a complete overview of the website with some really useful stats that can help me determine whether contributing to this website will be worth my time or not. As you can see, this website has a very high domain rating and amazing organic traffic, so it's definitely going into my list. Number 4, connecting with the right people. So this next tip is all about getting in touch with relevant people who can get your guest post published. Now, most websites with a Write For Us page have an email address that you can use to contact them for guest blogging opportunities. However, sometimes you may not get a swift response from that email, as it's usually something like info@xyz.com or editor@xyz.com. There's probably a very good chance that this person has another primary email address that they use more frequently. A really useful strategy is finding their primary email address through different tools. One note, this also works really well for websites that don't have a Write For Us page. So there's 2 ways you can go about this. First, try out a simple LinkedIn search to see if you can find the email address. Let's say I want to contact an editor at Forbes. I'll simply type Forbes editor and hit enter. Now I have a number of people who I can try to get in touch with regarding my guest post. Now, this might not work in some cases and you need a backup plan. Just use any decent email lookup service, like one of these. More often than not, you'll find exactly who you're looking for. The good thing is, most of these service providers allow up to 50 free searches per month, so you don't need to buy any premium plans if you don't want to. Number 5, make friends before you pitch. This next tip is probably the most important one of all. If you can get this right, you'll have a ton of guest posting opportunities on your hands. Small blogs are pretty suspicious of people looking for links. They'll respond with a big fat no if you pitch them outright. The best way around this obstacle is to make friends and connect with them. This isn't as tough as it sounds because small blogs are managed by 1 or 2 people, so you will eventually make a connection. So how to do this? Here's my simple make friends formula. A, connect with them on Twitter. B, subscribe to their newsletter. C, get familiar with all the content posted on their website recently. And D, quote one of their articles and tag them if possible. It's really that simple. You do this and your chances of getting your pitch approved increase drastically. Believe me, this is 100% tried and tested. Now, one legitimate query you may have is, yikes, this is going to take some time. Well, yes, but you can be smart about it. Make a list of 5 to 10 people to connect with and engage with all of them. That way you can get a decent return on your time spent. Number 6, craft a pitch that's likely to succeed. Crafting a great pitch is something that takes time and practice. However, I've squeezed my years of experience into this mini roadmap for the perfect pitch. Find worth topics, pitch direct and upfront, and show benefits. Since you're familiar with the publishing website and its content, find out what topics the site owner really cares about. For example, if most of the posts for the last 2 months on a blog are centered around social media marketing, then you know it's a topic that's currently popular with the site owner. This gives you a good place to start. Next, find an angle that hasn't been used on this website. You can use Ahrefs to find all posts for a certain keyword. Bonus points if your chosen title has SEO benefits. Now, once you've decided your topic, don't bury it at the end of your pitch. Owners or editors of popular blogs receive hundreds of pitches a week and will lose interest in your pitch if you're not dazzling them with the topic they're going to be interested in. Use your suggested topic and title as high up as possible, and then start making your case as to why it would be a good fit for their blog. Remember to show the benefits. Get screenshots of relevant SEO numbers, titles, and other metrics that are likely to benefit their blog. Nobody has time to double check these claims, so show them proof while you still have the chance. A pro tip: use Headline Studio for analyzing the SEO and clickability of your headlines. Just keep changing your headlines until you score 70 or above. Take a screenshot and attach this as well in your outreach email. Number 7, use your bio as a lead magnet. Yeah, you heard it right. You can use your bio as a lead magnet. So instead of writing all the boring stuff about the author, write a bio that outlines an achievement. Here's an example. Chances are people who will read your blog are interested in similar content, and if you send them to a landing page or a lead magnet page, they'll be much more inclined to fill in the details. Well, folks, those were the guest posting tips that have worked for me and continue to do so in 2022. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below or reach out to me via email. Additionally, if you'd like a personalized guest posting strategy from a team of SEO experts, you can reach out here. Until next time, this is Alex from Searchberg, signing off.